What ghosts can we sense at the edges of our vision, in the hackles at the backs of our necks, here at the Morton building, on the hot corner at Hull and Washington Streets, in downtown Athens, Georgia? Oldest surviving vaudeville theater in the United States, one of the very first ones too, Black-owned, built, and operated. Home of not only this theater, but a doctor's office, a dentist's office, a drugstore complete with a state-of-the-art soda fountain, even a mortuary where the bodies of some of the ghosts we are searching for could cool on ice before heading to their eternal resting places. What presences, what spirits are still in the air here? We can name the famed who performed here. Josephine Baker, working as a dresser, not dancing yet. The mighty maestro of the Cotton Club at Harlem, Duke Ellington. The Heidi-Ho man himself, Cab Calloway. The great Satchmo, Louis Armstrong. The Empress of the Blues herself, Bessie Smith. Atlanta's own prince of the 12-string guitar, king of the Piedmont blues, the highest, sweetest tenor your ears will ever hear, blind willing to tell, perhaps accompanied by his oft-time associate, Curly Beaver. Hometown legends from another era, like the B-52s and REM, who sneaked into this space when it was vacated, in disrepair, to shoo the pigeons away and rehearse in the grace of the still optimal acoustics. I'm going to include Mr. Monroe Bowers Pink Morton here also, the Black man who built and owned this theater and opened it in 1910, who owned upwards of 25 buildings in Athens and environs, who served as its postmaster general, who published and edited a newspaper called The Progressive Era, who worked the lights on this very stage. We can also list performers who have been more neglected and erased by the vagaries of history. The Butterbeans and Susie Revue, featuring Roscoe Mackey's rhythm band and 12 dancing Creole dolls. The Rags Honey Troupe, Shark's Smart Set Company, the amazing Acrocats, America's #1 Michael Jackson impersonator. Ghost stories are biased in favor of those already celebrated in life. So let's imagine a communion with apparitions who gather here, less marked by the glamours and allures of that business that is show. The villager who carefully attended to the maintenance of the self-carbonator at E.D. Harris drugstore. The cleaning woman who tidied up sequins and feathers from the floors of the stage and dressing rooms when the Morton was a burlesque theater after its vaudeville heyday. The usherette who secretly watched films noir, 3-strip Technicolor extravaganzas from a comfortable spot in the balcony when a spare moment could be stolen from the workday. The mortician's assistant who was eerily skilled at comforting the families of the recently bereaved. Those who rebuilt the Morton stage, patched and reconstructed its staved-in roof, ensured that what remained of its history remained and was not papered over and drowned in the name of the nearsighted, one-eyed progress. Everyone who sat in the seats where you sit now, for one evening or afternoon or a dozen, temporarily enthralled, enchanted, amused, disturbed, bored, comforted by some stray spectacle on this rostrum. The forgotten, the anonymous, the notorious, the ciphers, the open books, the traces and residues of full and fractured lives. They're all still here if you take the time to listen for them in the pockets and the eaves, the place's subtle nerve endings. Any building sufficiently old is the site of a convocation of troubled and untroubled spirits, and we enter into the geography of a space with varying degrees of awareness of the movements of those airs and haunts within. Tonight, let's say hello to them, let's acknowledge them, breathe them in. Art is a pass-through in the permeable wall between past and future, and art allows the process of hauntings to move in all sorts of unexpected directions. Ghosts get inside our very skulls, or as close as we're willing to let them, and what has not yet become becomes palpable in the shadows of the past. In art, time is a flexible arrow that answers to both and more readily than to either or. Its capability is negative and positive, and it prefers to hover in the uncanny spaces between. The artist is a medium, a meeting place for what has been, what is, and what will be, an auditorium where the ghosts